Oh, who do we have here? So she's definitely got some younger siblings, but we're going to go ahead, load game, and resume from the end of the prologue. Welcome back, my loyal subjects, to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 3. Feral Fiasco here. And last episode, we got to know Altina, Kurt, and Yuna, and how they fight. And we got re-introed to the one and only Reen Schwarzer. It was beautiful times, and the beautiful times will continue. Oh, this is nice! It's so much more slick. Saturday. Okay. So our first free day, I'm guessing. And we've got some of those trash binners walking around like they're people. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got a real Three Houses type vibe from the severe paring down of the cast, I guess I should say. Like, maybe we'll be able to recruit everybody and not just Ash and Musei. But this game came out like 2 years before Three Houses, actually. So who got the idea from whom? You've got to wonder. Uh-oh. She looks like she's gonna be a PC. Oh, Randy. What's up, dude? I still, for the life of me, I couldn't tell you who's in whose class, except for Tita is supposed to be in Toa's class. But it seems more like she's a pupil of Schmidt. I think Pigtails there is voiced by Cindy Robinson, from what little I heard. Training room. Wait, where is this? Branch campus. How many dorms are there actually, coming to think? Because I saw the dorm that we'll be staying in, but maybe it's... Oh, okay, I must be one dorm for everybody. Get it, dude. So it's just everybody getting ready.
All set.
For there, but man, having to wear your uniform on the weekends sucks. But I guess, does Saturday even count as a weekend for them?
We said we'd walk to school together, and she just up and leaves while I'm still asleep.
Oh, Altina is her roommate?
Dad, Mom, Ken, and Nana.
Oh, okay, I'm looking at... So Nana is her younger sister, Ken is her younger brother, and looks like they're a Michelin Wonderland.
Wish me luck. I'm gonna give it my all. I won't lose to any of these Imperials.
So Reen in Valimar saved her and her family.
Yeah. Strike.
Man, I would...
Not bad. I simply need more experience.
I hated getting sweaty before or during school, dude. Being in JROTC was not conducive to that.
Despite all the battles we went through yesterday, he was never short of breath.
Because Reen knows his way around combat, dude.
The 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school. It's impressive to be sure, but nothing compared to what Father Mueller and Uncle Zex can do.
Are you sure about that? I don't think... I have a hard time believing Mueller could defeat Reen now.
I suppose the Ashen Chevalier simply relies on the power of his Divine Knight.
Don't be too sure. But you definitely don't want Reen calling on that in the middle of a fight. That wouldn't be a good look.
Oh.
They're so awkward.
Good morning.
Good morning, Yuna. I take it you're headed out as well?
Yeah. Are you all done with your training? It's pretty impressive how you do all that every single day.
Before school? I guess you gotta be dedicated.
Well, it's something I've been doing from a very young age, so it's just part of my morning routine.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about before.
Huh?
You know, when I slapped you.
See, and I remember Elisa was like, she wanted to apologize to Reen right away, but she too was extremely awkward and just didn't do it until they literally were in close quarters at, what's that place called? Keldic.
I know it wasn't your fault, and I shouldn't have gotten so angry. It was childish of me.
Ah, that. I'd like to apologize too. But have you been wanting to say that for the past 2 weeks?
Oh, right. This isn't like the day after. We did just see the calendar progress.
Considering how much you dislike Erebonians, it's very thoughtful of you.
I don't dislike the people here.
Just, she doesn't like our Erebonian ways.
Yeah, I've got my problems with the country, but this is between people. When I mess up, I make sure I apologize. Especially considering what I said about your swords. I mean, you practice every day, and...
Ah, right.
And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
Don't worry about that. Besides, like I said, my training is just part of my morning routine. Out of curiosity, is everyone from Crossbell like you?
Oh, there's one person in particular from Crossbell who's like her, but as far as it comes to not really liking Erebonians, you can probably go to basically any other country and find a whole lot of people like that.
Huh? Like me how?
Oh, I don't mean to offend. Very straightforward and good-hearted. Probably the type to be easily tricked.
Ah, too honest right there.
Hey! Wanna run that by me again?
Like I said, I don't mean to offend. I'm glad to have a classmate like you whom I can trust. Though I don't know if I can trust your skills just yet.
You're a real piece of work.
Yeah, I don't think I could shake on that last bit.
Well, let's start over. Glad to be your classmate, Kurt.
There you go.
Hello, you two. Good morning.
Altina didn't leave her behind. Where have you been?
Altina? I thought you left for school already.
I received a routine status call early this morning. I didn't want to wake you, so I took it in the study room.
I am imagining it came from an Ironblood.
If I disturbed you as I was leaving, I apologize.
No, I was out like a light. But wait, what do you mean, routine status call?
Sorry, that is confidential.
Well, in any event, it's nearly time to head to class. We're all in the same class anyway, so why don't we walk together?
I do not mind, but I believe the correct term for my presence would be a third wheel.
Well, dang, dude. Wasting no time already getting people paired off.
Judging by what I've seen, your relationship has progressed.
Our relationship? What? No, that's not what's going on.
She certainly words things in a distinct way.
Yes, very, very directly. She calls him as she sees him. But what are we gonna be like doing a field study or what? I can't imagine Reen would also be helping Class 7 out on a field study.
Leaves is such a nice place. I can't get enough of this homey atmosphere. It's so peaceful and laid back. And it's got some great shops.
Agreed. It's a good halfway point between rural and urban. We're just the right distance away from Heimdall.
The previous owners of this land were a noble family.
Previous owners? Uh-oh. Someone who lost out in the Noble Alliance War type thing?
After they lost ownership of it, the government attempted to convert it into a resort. However, that plan fell through. It's said the half-finished buildings from that were used to create the campus.
So that's why the Leaves branch looks so enormous?
Well, you sure do know a lot.
I suppose that explains why the branch campus is so large.
Seriously.
All that aside, I didn't think the Empire's military academies would be this tough. I get combat training and practical exams, but math, history, even art? Isn't this workload way beyond what you'd have at a regular high school?
Well, here in Erebonia, the pen and the sword are both held in high regard. Especially at Thor's. It's a prestigious traditional school founded by our most notable emperor.
The fact that she mentions a regular high school is actually of very great interest to me because we know a lot about how schooling works, but it makes me wonder what the ages of a high school would be. Because by the time you're 16, you're done with Sunday school. But it's like Japanese high schools are usually 3 years, so maybe, well, I guess that's conjecture for another time. Let's get back on track.
That legacy won't change simply because this is a branch campus.
However, it seems the main campus has changed significantly this year.
Really now?
Ah, yes.
Huh? I don't get what you guys are talking about, but looks like we're gonna have to give it 110% here. Let's kick all the other classes' butts.
Well, if you say so. However, most of our lessons are held with the other 2 classes anyway.
Because there are barely any people at this school.
Homeroom is the only one we have without them.
Oh, right. I guess it makes sense given the small number of students, but that means class 7.
Well, well, if it ain't the chosen ones strutting off to class together.
Ash is super mad.
You're...
I think he's in class 8.
Good morning. Is there something we can help you with?
Nope, not a thing. Just wanted to get a little peek at the class taught by the hero of Erebonia. Class 7, huh? I'm sure the view is just great from up on that pedestal of yours.
Jeez, dude. What's up with the chip on your shoulder?
Sorry to disappoint, but we're being treated the same as any other students.
Yeah, it's not like things are going to be different for us just because our instructor's famous.
His skin tone, dude, it makes me think he's like Nord or half Nord or something. But those purple eyes, I don't think we've seen anyone with purple eyes until now. Or pink eyes, actually.
Oh yeah? Then why'd they go out of their way to make such a small class?
Because there's barely anyone at this school.
A little kid who's clearly too young to be here. Some rich pretty boy with fancy hair. Oh, and a loud, unruly foreigner from some sob story country.
It is?
Oops, my bad. Not a foreigner anymore, huh?
Oh, got her.
All right, we understand. You're a tough guy. But that's quite enough. If you have more to say, I'd be happy to talk with you further. After school.
Uh-oh. Kurt's already ready to throw down.
Not bad. You've got more spine than I gave you credit for. But the one I've got business with is...
Is it Yuna?
I'm so happy to see everyone getting along.
That's Muse.
Oh,
She's from Class 9, Military Finance.
Good morning to you all. The weather is just splendid, isn't it? But if you spend too much time out here chatting, the bell will ring before you know it.
True.
you all done messing with us?
Me? I'm not here to mess with you.
Who do you have a bone to pick with, though? I want to know.
Well then, see you around.
I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you again for the classes we have together.
Interesting.
What's that blonde guy's problem? I can't believe they let some punk like him into a military academy.
He knows he knows a way to boost his CP by himself, dude. You don't come across that skill but once in a game.
He obviously had some issue with those of us in Class 7. No, not us exactly, but...
Basically, it's one of these two, but it's definitely not Kurt.
Oh, shoot!
We better hurry, or we'll be late to homeroom.
You're right. Let's get moving.
Interesting. Very.
Hard to believe it's been 2 weeks already.
Whoa, Reen's not even...
It warms my heart to see all the students trying their best.
He's not even at the homeroom?
The classwork here is much more difficult than at the main campus, so I'm sure it's tough on them.
Yeah. Then on top of that, training exercises were added onto their curriculum. We didn't have anything like that at the main campus.
I thought, wasn't that what the field exercise or field studies and the fights on the friggin' field were? Oh well, we'll see what he's talking about pretty soon, I'm sure.
Thor's branch campus. I think I'm starting to understand what the government's trying to do here.
Blood and Iron made it sound like this was some sort of endeavor by Olivier or something.
Oh, but I don't think that's the only reason for this place. In keeping with Thor's tradition, we'll also have those days to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a relief for them.
Those are the field studies.
I'll tell my students about them after school, alongside the club announcement.
Got it. Thanks for taking care of that. Well then, Instructor Reen, let's give it our all today.
Likewise, Instructor Toa.
Interesting. It's all so interesting. Chapter 1 reunion already? The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. But who are we reuniting with? I guess it depends on where the field study is going to take place at. Like I'm anticipating that we're going to get Ash first and then Musei.
This is the formula.
It's not completely illegible like it was back in Cold Steel Cold Steel 1, but I don't know what it's supposed to be.
You will need it when calculating trajectory. Make sure you commit it to memory.
Political economics, second period, okay.
This is known as Gross Domestic Product, or GDP for short. By the way, the GDP of the Empire of Erebonia rose 42% last year compared to 2 years ago.
All that annexation, dude, it's really good for the bottom line. Probably the acquisition of all those crossbell, funds isn't the right word. Whoa, we can see what everybody uses. Tina's still got her
Today's
orbital
task
cannon.
is walking. Sounds easy, right? Well, let me tell you, it won't be.
Oh, the orbital cannon, please don't be garbage.
We'll be marching, so I need to see perfect posture and formation while armed. Even combat tactics got worn out by this.
Fourth period Erebonian history.
The War of the Lions. Said to be the largest turning point in the history of the Empire. The end of this war brought us to our modern era.
You really get the feeling that the War of the Lions is like Erebonia's, like it's covered like the Civil War is in America. I'm not sure. That kind of has me wondering like what wars are covered in other parts of the world consistently and basically every single time you get to a new grade, you just go over the same war every time. But that's the War of the Lions for Erebonian classes. But I guess Yuna is going to be hearing about it from their perspective.
Today, we'll be looking into the events leading up to the war that caused it to develop the way it did.
Wait, Ash has the same color eyes as Reen. Getting flashbacks of the conversation that Reen had with McBurn, but we'll hold off on that for a little bit.
The way he explains it, it's actually pretty easy to understand.
Reen knows his stuff.
An interesting perspective.
Does Kurt disagree with the perspective?
Oh, I see. I'm actually learning a lot. He's so dashing.
Does that girl back there also have purple eyes? Holy crap, dude. Or pinkish purple eyes? I'm gonna have to settle on a color to call him, but it looks like that eye color is more common than I originally recognized. Looks like that's it for today. How'd you guys hold up? So few. Tired. I was prepared for the coursework to be difficult, but even so. Are you just piling more work on us just as we're getting used to the old pace? Not yet, but I may end up needing to do just that. The curriculum here at the branch campus is pretty diverse. it'd probably be a good idea to prepare yourselves for even more work down the road. If only there weren't so many lectures. Energy consumption greater than expected. Sheesh. Tomorrow is a free day, is it not? That's right. In fact, I was just about to explain. Oh right, the entrance guide mentioned that, didn't it? How is it different than a normal day off? Think of free days as normal school days, but without any classes. On free days, you can study, train, or pursue one of your hobbies. If you get permission beforehand, you can even go visit Heimdall for the day. Wow, that's a lot more freedom than I expected. I figured it was going to be some rest day with a ton of rules and restrictions. That doesn't sound too bad, though. Well, it's just one of the things that makes doors. However, though you're generally free to choose what you do, there is one mandatory task tomorrow. You'll need to choose a club to join, so you don't get a say in the matter. Really? A club? I hadn't thought there would be clubs at a school that was only just founded. It was a requirement from the principal herself. She said as long as we're using the Thor's name, student clubs are a must. You'll be allowed to apply for a club as long as you have at least 2 members. We'll also see about getting your club the proper equipment. Oh, and any students who don't join a club will be put on the student council, where they'll work directly under the principal. So, you definitely want to join a club. Sounds dangerous. What is it with this place? Everyone here's too over the top. So we're being forced to choose then? We have until tomorrow, correct? Right. I recommend you start thinking about it after school today. If you need advice, feel free to talk with any of the faculty members. Remember, we're here to help you. Understood. I prefer just having you assign me a club. Also, regarding the new course at the end of the week. Oh yeah, I forgot about that! Panzer Soldat training? So... I'm gonna be honest, I've forgotten what Panzer Soldats are specifically, but... That's right, the training units have arrived at the hangar. You'll be joining the combat tactics students for basic maneuvering lessons. After that, we'll discuss the special lessons, the first of which will take place this weekend. The special lessons... I was curious about those. There's likely no point in us asking about them now, is there? Sorry, but not even us instructors have been filled in on it. Anyway, focus on tomorrow for now. Think of it as a day to spread your wings and lift your spirits. That concludes homeroom. Can I have you lead the class here, Altina? Understood.
Stand. Bow.
So, she's class president like Machias was? School building 1F instructor's room. Except, in Cold Steel 1, they translated it as all rise, bow. Well, tomorrow is the free day. It is essentially a free day for us faculty members as well. However, I'd like you all to join a briefing at 3 p.m. A briefing? It's starting to sound real military in here all of a sudden. Is it perhaps about... That's correct. The special lessons that will be held next weekend. I see. And that's the only info we're getting for now, huh? If it's this top secret, I'm guessing it's got to be bigger than even Panzer Soldat training. All of the students will be joining in for these lessons, correct? Correct. Without exception, all students and teachers from classes 7 through 9 will participate. Please report at 3 p.m. tomorrow to the tactical conference room in the main building. That is all for now. Okay. Sheesh. He's the picture-perfect model of the hard-ass RMP guy. That's for sure. The way I hear it, things are only gonna get more army-flavored around here. Yeah. Seems that way to me, too. That keep place, the Panzer Soldats, and that freight train. For a branch campus, this place is far too well equipped to just be some throwaway pawn. Yeah, that's true. I know the main campus was renovated as well, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear that just as much Mira was spent here. It has to be the case, but the main campus was renovated as well, huh? Talk about rolling out the red carpet for Cedric. What bothers me, though, is where is it all coming from? Crossbell, probably. She did say that the GDP rose 42% in the last year, and that just so happens to coincide with the annexation of quite possibly the wealthiest place in Zemuria, so Crossbell is being bled dry in order to bolster Erebonia. It sounds like Blood and Iron. And if they're dropping that much cash here, what are they expecting in return from us? Man, what have I gotten myself into? Get me out of this crazy place. Instructor Randolph. Well, I mean, we can't really stop you from leaving, but might not be the healthiest option for you. Might not be conducive to your short-term health if you just up and disappeared. That's all we gotta say. Come on now, I'm just kidding around. I'm not just gonna drop my responsibilities like that. Besides, the kids in combat tactics seem like they're gonna be a fun group to work with. Anyway, I think I'll head out now. Let's both go check up on the kids, see if they need help with their big club decision. Yeah, got it. Well, or we'll see you later. I can't help but feel like there's a wall between us. Yeah, a wall that Randy has no intention of getting over anytime soon. Really? I don't get that impression. He's easy to talk with and he seems to care for his students. No, he's definitely a great instructor. It's just, a year ago, I fought against one of his comrades. Yeah. So I don't imagine he's got a very high opinion of me. And honestly, I can't really blame him. Yeah, the sole reason Reen and Altina were there was to undermine Crossbell. I forget specifically what they were doing, but there was some information they were after that the SSS was trying to prevent them from getting. Reen. Anyway, I'll go check in on the students and head back to the dorm for the day. I'm sure picking a club on such short notice isn't going to be easy for them. Yeah, good point. I've said it before, but let's both keep doing our best. Now we get to waltz around as Reen. So this is the jaunty after-school theme. Now then, school's done for the day. It's got a different feeling to it than when I was a student. Kind of refreshing. It almost feels like he's commenting on the theme. Maybe I'll walk around the campus to get a feel for it. I can chat with some of the students while I'm at it. And if they've got any problems or need advice, maybe I can help them out. I should also talk with the principal and the other faculty members. You can now view the character tab in your notebook, which I didn't pay any attention to in Cold Steel or Cold Steel 2. The character tab lets you read profiles and additional information on certain characters you've met. And additional information can be added to their profile through specific conversations, events, etc. The Quick Travel menu is now available. Open the Quick Travel menu with the square button and select the location you visited before to instantly return there. The Quick Travel menu will also display the locations of key events and your comrades. Alright. Bonding event, other event. Interesting. Ooh, nice. Whoa, holy crap, that's a whole lot of character note entries. And Toa is already gone. Interesting. We didn't see her walk past us, but there's someone in here. Uh-oh. Wait. Okay, I'm like, where's the door at? In the library, you can find many books that explain history and concepts found in Zemuria. Interesting. This building seems to be bigger than the original Thor's main campus, but the library is most definitely much smaller. They do have an orbital computer for regular use, though. In addition, since new books are added to the recommended reading corner each chapter, check back every so often to see if a new book catches your eye. Yeah, I am really bad about keeping up with reading these books. Some books will be automatically recorded in the Books tab in your notebook after you've read them once. This way, you can reread them at any time. Who are you? Tatiana. From history books to novels to children's storybooks. Wow, this library really has it all. Hey there, looking for something specific? Oh, sorry, Tatiana. I didn't mean to surprise you like that. Instructor Rain! No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Are you just scoping the place out? Guess you're somewhat of a bookworm, huh? Yes, my father loved books. He's the reason I enjoy reading so much. I don't just limit myself to one genre either. I like to immerse myself in all sorts of worlds and fantasies. Though I'm not too good with the scary ones. I see. So she's nothing like Dorothy. Well, I am the history instructor, you know. I'd like to think I'm pretty well versed as far as that goes, so let me know if I can help you out in any way. Of course. Thank you very much. So you've received her character entry. Imperial Chronicle, late 1204 to early 1205. Imperial Chronicle, early 1204. Imperial Chronicle, early 1204 too. So these are the ones we can read from Cold Steel and Cold Steel 2. History and Civilization. Calvard Republic, Principality of Remiferia. Honestly, I want to play as the Rocksmith Agency in Calvard next go around, but we'll just have to wait and see for that. The first 2 chapters of Red Moon Rose. Railway. I hear trains are really big in Japan, but trains are just trains to me. I'm not too interested. But let's see what else we got. Oh, you. Whew. There we go. Oh, Major Irving. Are those new packages? Yes. Recreational equipment from Principal Le Guin's household has arrived. She brought recreational equipment from her own household? She thought they might help the students decide on their extracurricular activities. She did all this just for the clubs? I'm impressed. That is legitimately surprising. In addition to the recreational equipment, Principal Le Guin is personally footing the bill for a number of things. Though it's true that this academy is heavily funded by the Imperial government, those funds are limited to things that are deemed necessities. Sounds like regular schools, dude. Teachers shell out all kinds of personal cash to make sure their students have the amenities they really need. I really respect Le Guin for that. None of this club equipment she bought would be considered essential, but this is the Golden Rakshasa we're talking about here. Nothing is going to stand in her way. Though there's no stopping her, I can at least control the funds to some extent. I see. So he's here to keep her from dropping too much cash. Major Irving of the RMP. I wonder what his opinion of Ironblood Claire is. He works for the government, but he's really business-minded. He's really different from Major Claire, even though they're colleagues. So they have the same rank then. Very interesting. I've got to say, I approve. We don't have a nurse. Interesting. But I gotta say, I approve of the decision to massively cut down on the number of NPCs, because I was not talking to anybody. Well, that's not truly the case, but I wasn't as inclined to speak with everyone. Okay, Aurelia. It's almost time to call it a day. I trust things went smoothly for you today? Looks like you have a good grasp on this whole teaching thing. No, I wouldn't say that. Every day I'm reminded of just how much more I have left to learn. Just like the students, I have to keep learning and improving myself all the time. Oh, so humble. You look like you want to say something, though. There's no need to hold back on my account. I really hope we get to use Aurelia. She's like her character type is the exact kind that I prefer to have in my party at all times, dude. You look, no need to hold back on my account. I'm still having trouble wrapping my head around it. The Golden Rakshasa herself, here. This was definitely some kind of punishment assignment. Do you find it just as amusing as I do? After everything I've done, here I am, in such a mundane place as this. I'm anxious to know where Bardius is at, though. To be honest, I've been feeling weaker ever since we lost the Civil War. Though I was still somehow able to accomplish my role last autumn, and that is my phone, which I never forget to not mute. Throw that down. The Northern War. The war in Northern Ambria, which I am now 100% certain happened in the interim and was not actually something we ever played. Yeah. Our invasion of the autonomous state just north of the Empire, North Ambria. And that is a very unhappy looking Sarah. It was a war of retaliation against the Northern Jaegers who were based there. We were all called upon by the government. You were there too, if I recall. But clearly, in 3 months, Sarah's forgiven Reen, so yes, though Valimar and I weren't put on the front lines. Honestly, I don't think we could even call what happened there a war. Yeah, it seems like the running theme with North Ambria seems to be like every time it's mentioned, people really only talk about the whole salt pail thing. People being so poor they've got to steal to support themselves from other people who are just as poor as they are, but I don't get the impression that North Ambria really had the military forces to protect themselves from Erebonian aggression. And what with you and Brigadier General Wallace commanding the provincial armies, equipped with the most advanced Panzer Soldats available. The assault in conjunction with the tank unit was relentless, and North Ambria followed the same fate as Crossbell. That's not quite how I'd put it. It would be more accurate to say it was driven to the same fate by our dear Chancellor's design. Yep, dear old Dad. In any event, that battle was a good turning point for me. The provincial army was falling apart after the Civil War, but thanks to the Northern War, we were able to salvage it. As the Countess of my family, I had planned to leave the army to Wallace, find myself a husband, and pop out some heirs. But then, for some reason, I was called to be the principal here. Fate is an intriguing thing indeed. For some reason, huh? It's got to be because Osborne wants to keep an eye on her. At any rate, tomorrow will be our school's first free day. Relax and stretch your legs a bit, but be sure to help our students out with their club decisions. Right, understood. Oh, and as I said, those students who don't join a club tomorrow will be forced into the student council. If there end up being too many, I'm putting you in charge of them all. What? Okay. I'll do my best to avoid that happening. She'll spend all her family's hard-earned money on the students, but being directly in charge of them is a no-siree. Ooh, a chessboard. I hear you used to help Herschel with her student council work when you were students. Perhaps student council advisor would be a good position for you after all. Well, I don't think that'll be necessary, but that's probably going to be exactly what ends up happening. Besides, it'd be best if the students all chose a club on their own anyway, right? Interesting. But yes. Aurelia, like the same qualities that made Laura my favorite student, I see like ×2 in Aurelia, so I already really like her a lot. But knowing that she actually cares about the students too is awesome. We've already talked to everyone down here, so heading up to floor 2. See who's in here. Okay, this guy is some sort of hayseed from somewhere out in the sticks, I'm assuming, because of the... Maybe I'm assuming too much from that head wrap he's wearing, but... Pablo.
What?
You telling me you're not interested in trains? Okay, so he's from the same place, what was it? Becky? But Becky was from, like, Celtic, wasn't she? It's not that I'm not interested, but... And I think Kyrie is a girl? Kyrie's... Somebody was voiced by, Aaron Fitzgerald. I think it was Kyrie. Then there's no excuse. Let's start up the train club. We'll experience all the pleasure the trains can bring. Just the two of us. It doesn't get any better than that. Well, I mean, that might be true for you, but... If I remember correctly, the two of them are in military finance.
Hello!
Okay, that is, Aaron Fitzgerald. Oh, hello, Instructor Reen. Perfect timing. Back me up, will ya? If you're a real man of the Empire, you should always pick trains. A real man of the Empire? Is that true? Wait, is Kyrie a girl? I have no idea. Pretty sure it's not a requirement, no. Kyrie just needs a wee extra push. The more he listens, the more he'll understand about the beauty of trains. Okay, so Kyrie is a dude. Isn't that called brainwashing? A real Erebonian man would join the train club. Is that really true?
I'm a proud Erebonian man.
Okay. Okay. You're a proud Erebonian man. I respect it. Probably a bit more to the story there, but for now, we will respect that. Who's over here? It's Toa. What's up, dude? Oh, Instructor Toa. Whoops. All right, all done here. What are you up to here, Toa? Oh, I'm just doing a routine check on our school supplies. We don't have a clerk, so I just take care of it on the weekends. Once a student council president, always a student council president. All by herself? She's just as capable as ever. Sorry, I didn't even realize. Let me help you. It's fine. I'm already about halfway done. It seems like we've got all the supplies we could ask for, but nowhere near enough manpower. Once some kids get automatically assigned to the student council, then you'll have all the help you could ever ask for. True. We don't even have anyone in charge of the nurse's office. Between the upcoming Panzer Soldat training and the special lessons, we're definitely going to need someone on call. I suppose we'll all just have to take turns for the time being. I know a little bit of first aid, but... Well, don't push yourself too much. And if there's anything I can help you with, just let me know, okay? Thanks, Reen. Oh, there is something I could use your help with, come to think of it. Here. Oh, handing out the student notebooks. Dang, we should have come talk to her first. Oh, are these the student notebooks for Class 7? Yeah, they were just finished today. Sorry it took so long. Could I get you to hand these out? Yeah, of course. Out of curiosity, why did Class 7's notebooks take so long? I thought Major Michael was supposed to be in charge of preparing these. Well, I asked him about that, and the upcoming special lessons seem to be different for each class. So each class has a slightly different notebook based on its curriculum. Class 7's notebooks were pushed back because it has the fewest students. That makes sense from a logistics standpoint. I see. Well, I'll go hand these out. What are these special lessons all about? So I guess I was wrong when it comes to being the field studies, or maybe they are the field studies. Who knows? We'll find out. Reen received 3 student notebooks. Sorry for adding to your workload. No, as their homeroom teacher, I'm the one who's supposed to pass these out. Actually, this takes me back to when we were students. Yup, one of the very first things we ever did. You're right, this is kind of nostalgic. Well then, thanks for your help, Reen. Just leave it to me. hope they're still on campus. I guess I'll take a look around. Let's see who's in here. This guy, Wayne, who looks like Machias. He looks like Machias and Eustace's love child. You're from Combat Tactics. Are you staying late to study?
Oh, Instructor Schwarzer.
Yes, I cannot allow myself to leave my studies unfinished. I see. That's admirable. By the way, have you chosen your club yet? Yes. I'm not good at swimming, so I'm thinking about joining the swimming club. Challenging yourself to things you aren't good at. I'm very impressed. You're very mature for your age, even though at most he's 2 years younger than Reen. Oh no, I'm simply doing it in order to better myself. But I heard that at the main campus they've gotten rid of free days and clubs. Really now? I am a bit concerned that we are not following the main campus's example. I understand your point, but we here at the branch campus have our own rules and direction. I'm sure that even though you don't realize it now, you will be able to gain something from it someday. So please trust Principal Le Guin and us instructors. Instructor Schwarzer.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Old whiny boy. But we should be able to, go up one more time to the rooftop. So who's hanging out up here? Altina! Altina, what are you doing here? I thought you went right back to the dorm after class. Why are you here alone? Regarding tomorrow's mission during the free day, I've reached a progress block on my investigation. Huh? She can't find out any information about it. Are you talking about choosing a club? I attempted to reference documents in the library on the matter. Can I just say how nice it is to go back to, because not to throw shade on Zero and Azure, but man, being able to read stuff and not trip over it because the grammar is imperfect in the weirdest ways, it's nice. It's nice having a localization, like, be perfected and actually fact-checked. And again, not to throw shade on Zero and Azure, but oh my god. However, that only proved to increase the possible choices. Instructor Reen, please tell me what to choose. I mean, that defeats the purpose. Sorry, Altina, I can't. Because only you can figure out what you want to do. Me? Let's make this homework. You've got all day tomorrow to decide too. You can ask other students their opinions if you need to. I can give you advice too, of course. But in the end, you need to decide on your own. And probably avoid Pablo because he'll just suck you into the trains club. Was that the push she needed? Clomsaleus. Is she gonna ask Clomsaleus to choose for her? I do not understand the purpose, but if this is an order, then so be it. I will excuse myself now. Altina? Hey! There she goes. Was she pouting just now? I hope no one in the town spots her writing that thing. Oops, I forgot to hand over her student notebook, so we gotta go track her down. Oh well, guess I'll head back too. Not just yet, we still have 16 more students to talk to. Clubhouse. Sandy. Modern buildings and modern facilities.
This city is amazing.
Okay, that's not Cindy Robinson. I forget what her name is. I want to say that's Erin Rigel? I think her first name was... No, I'm fairly certain it was Erin. If I'm even right about that. I think that's her, though. Oh, Instructor Reen! Sorry, I was talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Aren't you Sandy from Military Finance? Your hometown was... Ulster. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. thanks for saving my home during the Civil War. It's a little embarrassing when you say it to my face like that. Ulster, Prince Oliver had ordered me there during the Civil War. Those Jaeger dropouts went and attacked the town, and a lot happened, to say the least. It's a good thing I had Toval and Altina to back me up, even if she was still an enemy at the time. It's a little surprising to hear that you were there too, though. Right? What a coincidence! What if the gimmick turns out that all of the students here are people that Rean personally came into contact with? Because Sandy being 2 for 2, I don't know. And it's like they were put here because they didn't want to run the risk of them being loyal to Rean over whatever Blood and Iron's gonna do. I've always admired everyone in the old Class 7, so it really is an honor to have you here, Instructor Rean. Oh no, the honor's all mine. Wow, life's just full of little surprises, isn't it? That's Sandy, who appears to be the only person here. Oh, a vending machine. Canned juice. Cures sleep and nightmare. Nah. That's over 10% of our current funds, dude. We're not about to do that. Doesn't look like there's anyone in these clubhouses, so... empty them, yeah. But we can go downstairs, though. And exits... Thor's Branch campus. Yeah, we're gonna go back up. Oh, we can go down again? We got 2 people in here. Okay, these 2 I've been interested in talking to. Leonora. Damn, that's impressive, Maya. I'm always blown away by how you can hit such a small target.
I've still got a ways to go.
And my rifle doesn't have nearly as much power as your gun. Well, that makes sense. We've got different roles after all. If I remember correctly, these 2 girls are in combat tactics. Hey, you 2. Working hard? Oh, are you here to practice too, Instructor Rean? Or maybe just out on patrol? Yeah, I was doing my rounds and was just curious who was in here. Did you 2 need help with anything? If so, I'll be happy to offer some advice. Thanks for the offer. But I'm doing pretty good so far. Same here. I'll let you know if anything comes up, though. Got it. See you later, then. Alright. Leonora and Maya. Both gunners. Training hall. Kurt's probably in there. The door is unlocked. Is someone in here? Yep. He's only got the single craft he's practicing, so... Huh. Very impressive. Whew. Impressive stuff. Instructor Schwarzer, what are you doing here? Just passing by. It's pretty exciting to see the Vander dual blade style in person. It's just a pale imitation. I'm nowhere near my father and brother. There's still much for me to learn. I know you train in your dorm, but I'm still kind of surprised to find you in here after school hours. Or does this mean you're one of the lucky students who's decided on a club to join? No, not yet, I'm afraid. Though to be frank, clubs strike me as a waste of valuable time. Ah, looks like we've got someone headed straight for the student council. Time I would rather use to better myself. How's that? I'm here to become a better swordsman, not to distract myself with extracurriculars. And every hour I spend engaging in club activities is an hour of training lost. If I really must join a club, I'd like to join whatever takes the least amount of time and energy. That's, one way to look at it. A very stoic, serious way. But trust me, joining a club is hardly a waste of time. It might even make you a better swordsman. How do you mean? I saw it happen to a friend of mine. With Laura and the swimming club, I'm assuming? Yeah. It's because Laura had that student, yep. She helped her out, which bettered Laura. The time she spent in her clubs improved her swordsmanship in more ways than one. Take the time to find a club that will help you grow. Really think about it. I'm not going to force you to join one or anything, but if you need some guidance, I'm here. Understood. Thank you for the advice. Now, may I continue training? Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Let's give him I can give him his student notebook back at the dorm. Alright, so we're not going to actually hand the notebooks out at all. Well, that's fine, I guess. Is there a way for me to... That's how we pull that up. High speed mode. Uh-oh, don't want to do that. So there's even a turbo mode in the regular... Wait, what? Academy grade, no name. Did not... I'm trying to... How do we pull the... Map? There it is. Okay, cool. This must be the pool over here. But there's no one in there, so we can't go inside. Cafeteria. Ooh. There's... Okay. Yuna and Randy. That's... Crossbellins. Well...
This one's on me.
One Crossbellin.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're the best, Randy! Oh, sorry. Guess I should start calling you instructor, huh? So, they're previously acquainted? I didn't want to assume that all people who've lived in Crossbell know each other, but... outside of class or training, just Randy is fine. Any ideas for your club? I've been talking to the other students, but I just can't make a decision. I'm hoping to choose a club that'll let me move my body. Ah, not a bad idea. I feel like that'd really suit you. I mean, let's be honest. You wouldn't really fit in with a club that makes you use your head. What do you mean by that? Yuna and Instructor Randolph. Hey, Schwarzer. You here for a drink too? Huh? I'm just looking around before going home. I overheard you two talking. How do you two know each other? Don't worry, it's not some sordid, forbidden relationship. Of course it isn't! Why would you even say that? Randy, Instructor Randolph and I go way back. He really helped me out a lot when I was at the Crossbell Police Academy. The Police Academy, huh? Yeah, she's like a little sister to me. And who'd have guessed we'd have ourselves a little reunion here of all places? I mean, if there's little sisters afoot, Reen's gotta come along and stake his claim. Sorry, Randy. Small world, huh? I knew they were both from Crossbell, so I thought, maybe. In that case, maybe Yuna knows him too. Lloyd! Lloyd, come back to us! Man, I wish you were my instructor, Randy. But no, I had to end up with this guy. Well, sorry for bothering you. I'll get going now. I guess I'll give her student notebook later. Oh, and if you need some help figuring out what club to join, feel free to ask me. Even if I'm not your first pick for a homeroom instructor, I might be able to help out. Jeez, dude, Reen's such a nice guy. Oh. Fine. If I get desperate, I'll ask you. I'm sure there's a reason you ended up as her instructor. Teach her well, you hear me? Loud and clear. I'll leave you guys to catch up. Interesting. Junie here is like a little sister to me. Or Uni, I should say. Uni here is like a little sister to me, so take care of her, yeah? She's got nothing but guts and spirit, so make sure to whip her into shape. And what exactly do you mean by nothing but, Randy? So we got 3 students here. I don't know their names, so let's just talk to them. Stark. That's right. Swimming club is Wayne, Leonora, and me so far.
Huh, I see.
Well, if Leonora's gonna be there, then.
My.
You're so predictable, Sydney. Swimming sounds pretty good. Maybe I'll join you guys. We'd love to have you. We're gonna swim some laps today if you two want to join us. This is Sydney and Gustav from Combat Tactics, and Stark from Military Finance. If I remember correctly, he's from Jirai. You gotta be more specific! Someone hails from the same area Crow does. Anyway, it seems like they have things figured out here. I'm not that familiar with swimming, but I think it'll be worth the challenge. I'll go check it out tomorrow. It can't hurt to come over and get a feel for things. You guys are always welcome, so don't rush or anything. Leonora in her swimsuit sure sounds nice, but sport clubs are so intense. Can't I just join a club that'll let me kick back and cozy up with some cute girls? What was it? Which one of you? Sydney... Stark is the one from Jirai. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Gina. Is she from Trista? Why do I feel like we've met her before? Oh, Instructor Reen. It's nice to see you. You're Gina, right? Thank you for always making food for everyone. I guess I'm... alright. Your family runs a tavern and leaves, right? Okay, so she's not from Trista. Yes, I'm Barney's daughter. I saw some help wanted ads, so I decided to come help. Everyone is so nice. I'm having a great time here. I'm glad to hear it. Instructor Reen, I see you around here a lot during lunch, but what do you do for dinner? It depends. They do have food for us back at the dorms, if I can make it in time. If not, I just end up cooking something for myself instead. I see. So you can cook too? Yep, though I wouldn't say I'm a master chef or anything. To be honest, I usually just end up making the same thing. Same here, Reen. Find a recipe, stick with it for like a month, and then get sick and tired of it and move on to something else. I'm bad at being an adult, guys. That's not good in terms of nutritional balance. I know. Would you like this? Reen obtained a recipe book. Golden. These are recipes for the foods that the cafeteria recommends. Reen obtained the recipe for chunky potato salad and 3 sets of ingredients. Ingredients too? Thank you. You didn't have to do all this. It's no problem. Where would this school be without its instructors? Plus, it would make me really happy if you got inspired to cook more. Understood. I'll do my best. About making food. If you have a recipe and ingredients, you can cook food, which is by far one of the most subtly busted mechanics in these games. You start making the stuff that can give you 50 CP at a time, dude, and you watch the difficulty just melt away. You can also learn them from recipe books. About original dishes. When certain characters make a dish, they may make a unique dish that is different from the recipe. Depending on what dish you have them cook, they may also end up making superb food or even something downright peculiar. Be sure to experiment with new party members. Yes, we are very aware. We are very, very aware. That's everyone down here. Thor's Branch campus. Oh, okay, so that's where that leads to. So we've spoken to everybody in those buildings. We've actually spoken to everybody in the Branch campus. So Yuna's down there. Club building, which we've been to. You've not been to the vegetable garden. No clue who this is. Freddy. Oh, what fresh, lush grass. And look, such soft, fertile soil. Ah, the wonderful bounties one can find in this land called Leaves. That guy's from Combat Tactics. He seems quite odd.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you.
Huh, it's that look in his eyes. Are you perhaps also looking for ingredients? Ingredients? Oh yeah, I suppose the wild grass that grows there is technically edible. Oh, you're pretty knowledgeable. Not really. That's just something Master taught me during mountaineering training. Hold on. I get the feeling we've got some big, juicy locusts buzzing around here. He's talking about eating those bugs. Let me just come right out and say it. How do you feel about eating insects, Instructor Reen? I'll whip some up for you next time. My treat. You gotta try them at least once. Eating insects? If I can help it, I'll never do it in my friggin' life. Master once told me that some people eat simmered locusts, but I guess I can't just turn down a student. Reen is too nice for his own good, dude. I'd have turned this dude down in a heartbeat. Yeah, sure. Next time I get a chance. Ha! Brilliant! You won't regret it. It seems like this dude, he's gonna wait for us to wake up in our dorm room and be like, I've got those simmered locusts for you, Instructor Reen. Eat up. They're good for you. Nah, we're gonna... I shouldn't bully Freddy just yet. We'll give Freddy a little more time before we start the bullying. But trust me, if he keeps trying to force those locusts on us, there will be bullying afoot. Is there gonna be someone hanging out at Einhell Keep? The answer is no. Or maybe Schmidt's gonna be inside? Or we're probably not even gonna be able to enter. We can enter! Wait, hold on. How far in can we go? No. Okay. We can't go in at all, but... And it doesn't look like there's anyone in the, What should I call this? The main room or whatever. The control room. Soon, though. Very, very soon. But I guess it's clear why Freddy is here. They don't want that dude forcing Cedric to eat any bugs. I haven't gotten a feel for why anyone else is here, though. Like, it's obvious why Altina, Yuna, and Kurt are at this particular campus. And Freddy, too, I think. But everybody else, not so much. Everyone else, not so much. Jessica, perhaps some kind of sports club? Swimming is nice, but I'd like to do something outside. There aren't any stables, so a riding club would be too hard. We could do a track club, but I want something we can all do together. I wonder what would be best. These two are from Combat Tactics and Military Finance. Oh, it's the Ashen Chev... excuse me. Hello, Instructor Reen. Hi, you two. Sounded like you were trying to figure out what club to start. I'm here if you need any advice. Thank you. We appreciate it. But we're still thinking it over for now. Yeah, we want to try and figure it out ourselves a little longer. Got it. Or got it. If you get stuck, just let me know. Okay, well. And then there's someone in whatever this building is. The hangar. Valimar, probably. Or maybe Tita. I see. So it's Schmidt. So the Panzer Soldat hangar is part of the research building. Valimar right alongside a Panzer Soldat. Multiple Panzer Soldats. I see Professor Schmidt and Valimar at the far end. Then lined up along the wall are... Whoa! There's Tita. Owie! Oh, I made a mess. Are you okay? No, wait, you're... Oh, Instructor Schwarzer. Thank you so much for helping pick everything up. Don't mention it. We haven't talked since we met on the train, have we? Oh, you're right. Tita Russell.
My name's Tita Russell. I'm in Class 9, Military Finance. Nice to meet you again, Instructor Schwarzer.
Likewise. You helped navigate us through the keep the other day, right? Oh, I'm so sorry you all had to be dropped into a place like that. No need to apologize. That was definitely the professor's fault. You've been here 2 weeks now. Are you getting used to life in Erebonia yet? Yes, very much so. All my classmates are so nice, too. Right now, I'm prepping the Panzer Soldats for the training exercises. Oh, was that so? Well, thanks for working on that so soon. Now we gotta get condescended to by Schmidt really quickly. Definitely have fought these bad boys before. Oh, it's no problem at all. I've been looking forward to seeing the Empire's famous humanoid weapons. And now that I can finally get a good look at them, I'm blown away by how amazing the technology is. Just giving away all our secrets, huh? ZCF was also researching bipedal machinery, but the Soldat's design philosophy is so different, it's really eye-opening. Yeah, her orbital gear is nothing like this. ZCF stands for Zeiss Central Factory, right? It's a famous workshop in Liberl, if I recall correctly. I remember you're from Liberl, but are you related to ZCF somehow? Somehow indeed. You could say that, yes. It's because I'm involved with them that I was able to become an exchange student here. Involved with them. If that's how you want to put it. She's basically, like, gonna be running that place someday. How much longer will I need to wait for my blueprints and tools? Oh, sorry. What you said before. What did you mean by that, Professor Schmidt? Just that the responsibility of looking after her was forced on me by one of my fellow disciples. So, Russell sent Tita over? Interesting. Wait, fellow disciples? That means... I knew the name Russell sounded familiar. That's right. Professor Russell is my grandfather. But I'm still just an apprentice myself. Well, let's see. Let's use this opportunity to see your ability to improvise. Huh? Schwarzer, do you have the sepith you got from the operation test the other day? Give it to this girl and have her make a quartz with it. So she's replacing George then. That's so sudden. Don't you think she needs to get ready first? It's okay. I got this. As a technician, I need to have these kinds of support skills. Are you sure? Then here you go. Yes, of course. Quartz synthesis, which we are already more than familiar with, make any quartz at the workshop. You can use the workshop by talking to Tita and selecting Modify Orbment.
I'll help.
Ivy Nail. 50% poison chance and 50% petrify chance. I'm apprehensive about the high efficacies all of these have, because it makes me feel like the enemies that we're gonna run into have very low chances of actually getting afflicted by these things. Not that we can even make them currently. Earth Pulse. 25% HP restoration for 4 turns. We will definitely be making that. But Ivy Nail is new. Venom Flame is new. Nemesis Arrow is new. Everything else we've seen before. We'll give Reen... We'll give him time 1, yeah. Or cast 1, rather. And a move. Move +3? Holy crap! Critical rate up. Nope. And attack 1 is gonna be... Holy... Wait, we won't be able to even put these on his orbment. Yeah, slots unopened. I'm making all this stuff, dude, and we can't even use it. Let's give him Analyze SR, Arts Attack +10. Let's just give him... Let's give him that attack 1.
Thanks.
Here you go, Instructor Reen. Thanks. The way she acts reminds me of George. Looks like only the bare minimum of preparations have been completed. Enough time has been wasted on useless talk. Get back to maintenance work, disciple candidate. Yes, goodbye now. Yeah, goodbye. We still have to talk to Schmidt, though. Unless... Because I want to go over there and speak with Valimar, too. Professor A. Russell. Like Professor Schmidt. Is one of Professor Epstein's 3 disciples. I had heard the name before, but... She's his granddaughter, huh? Well, if she's going to be Professor Schmidt's disciple, then I wish her luck. Because George did not want to work under that dude. Anyway, we have 4 of the latest Panzer Soldat models here. While I'm here, I better go talk to Valimar. You can now select open slot and customize weapon at the workshop. God dang it. We shouldn't have gone crazy with crafting quartz. Yep, already fully aware of how opening slots works. I'm more interested in the double master quartz thing. Yeah. Wait. Oh, guess it's about time to leave campus. If I've got nothing else to do, I suppose I could head back to the dorm. Once you're finished with your after-school patrols, you can return to the dorm from the main gate. Okay, so we had to talk to Tita and Schmidt in order to progress things. But we're not going to go back just yet.
I'll help.
Orbment. Let's open up... Wait, we got 3 open slots? Interesting. Oh no, those slots can't be opened. Whoa, and we are too broke to open them. Did their quartz got removed? That is strange, but yes, there's no opening of slots that's about to occur here. All right. Ooh, covers. Men's cover. I don't see what's so masculine about that, but old class 7 cover, Doors Branch campus. Honestly, the covers, I understand, are simply money sinks. I've never actually purchased one, so we're fine. The disciple candidate is in charge of all the busy work within the hangar. He doesn't even call her by name. He probably will by the end of the game, but she's actually quite physically strong as well, so direct all your menial tasks towards her. Reen. Our class is done for the day. Yep, we made it through somehow. My students all have their quirks, but I guess that just makes teaching all the more fun. I see. I'm glad to hear it. But please be sure you're able to rest. It will be a waste if you push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Got it. I'll be sure to get some rest in. Thanks, Valimar. By the way, Meister candidate Tita is overworking herself. For some time now, she's been handling all the maintenance around here herself. She's likely to exhaust herself if she continues like this. It would be nice to have another Meister candidate help her out. Are there any other Meister candidates? I see. I'll keep that in mind. But I guess that is indeed it. There's no one up here. There's a vending machine over there. Our next directive is leave the campus. Don't think we'll be doing that just yet. We still have not chatted everybody up. There's no one else out here. There's no one in there. does look like there's someone in here, though. Nope, that's the cafeteria, which you've already been to. Is that? What is that? Okay, it's someone in the central area, which we get to this way. Who is this gonna be? Don't know who you are. Valerie. Extracurricular activities? What a pain. She's from military finance. And if memory serves, a native of North Ambria as well. Ah, so she's in a similar situation to Yuna.
Can I help you?
Instructor Schwarzer? Yeah. I was wondering if you've decided on a club yet. If it's okay with you, I'd like to talk. I think I'll pass. I'm not obligated to tell you anything, whether I'm struggling or not. I advise you use the other students to boost your instructor evaluations instead. That wasn't why. Never mind. Sorry to bother you. I wonder... Crow definitely was really good at hiding it, but he must have been feeling the same way when he originally got here. Like, they annexed my hometown and then forced me to come here to learn from them. Put me in a special class. Like it's for my own benefit. That's the garden. Outside. Where else? I guess the rest of the students must be... The rest of the students must be in town then. It's almost time to leave campus. I was able to talk with all the students, so maybe I'll head back to the dorm now. Was that everybody? That didn't feel like it was everybody. Stay out and about. That may indeed have been everybody. Jessica Schleiden, Leonora. She doesn't have a last name? Maya with no last name either. Wayne, Sydney, Freddie. Nobody's got a last name. Why is she the only one with a last name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess if Reen says we've talked to everybody, then we've spoken with everybody. Alright, well. Go ahead and give everybody their stuff.
Well, if it ain't Instructor Schwarzer.
I don't recognize that voice. Oh, Ash!
He's from combat tactics.
Seeing you work so hard's really inspirational, you know?
Ash Carbide.
Ash Carbide. I'm in Class 8, Combat Tactics. Looked like you were really going out of your way to help all us students. You're just a stand-up guy, ain't you?
He's so sarcastic.
Guess I should have expected that from you. After all, you are a national hero, Ashen Chevalier.
I'm just a new instructor who's fresh out of school himself. I've heard about you from Instructor Randolph. Sounds like you've got some pretty impressive skills. It's good to meet you, Ash. I'm sure I'll see you in some of my classes and during training exercises.
Yeah, sure thing. By the way, there's something I've always wanted to ask you.
Here it comes.
How's it feel? Flying around in your big gray doll, being the government's lapdog?
Pardon me.
And Muse too. I knew we hadn't talked to everybody.
One of the girls from military finance.
Her again.
Hello, Ash from Class 8. Instructor Reen. You two seem to be having so much fun chatting, I couldn't help wanting to join in.
I was just about to leave.
Where are you now?
I'm looking forward to Panzer Soldat training next week. How about you?
Ash?
What does he mean by that?
Yeah, it's ominous.
Oh dear. Did I interrupt something?
On purpose? I don't know, dude. Musei seems more suspect than Ash.
Oh, no, not at all. You're from military finance, right?
Musei Egret.
That's right. I'm Musei Egret from Class 9.
Egret? Like the bird?
Do you remember me? I'm in your 4th period history lessons.
Yeah, I remember. I've heard about you from Instructor Toa, too. We're not that far into the school year, but it's already clear you're an outstanding student.
You're making me blush. To tell the truth, I've heard rumors about you as well, Instructor.
It'd be weird if she hadn't.
I've always thought it would make me so happy if I could get to know you better.
Hold on now. This may be a lot like Three Houses in some ways, but it's not like Three Houses in others.
I see. Well, I'd recommend taking those rumors with a grain of salt.
Oh, I don't mean all that gossip about the Ashen Chevalier. The rumors I've heard are about the old Class 7, your sister, and even the princess.
Yes, Reen's collection of little sisters and love interests.
What?
Well, I should be going now. Good day, Instructor Reen. I hope we have a lovely school year together.
Well, there goes Ash and Musei. Yeah. Ash Carbide from Combat Tactics, and Musei Egret from Military Finance. Between those two in Class 7, it's going to be quite a year. The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 3. So... Whoa, that is definitely not English. So it looks like there's just a single dorm for all the students. And faculty, maybe. Or is there? Reen's room. Looks kind of bare bones. We're 2 weeks in now. History and combat training classes have been going well. But next week we have Panzer Soldat training and the special lessons. I should be all set for today, but I better go over everything again tomorrow just in case. Yes. And those three are probably back at the dorm by now. I couldn't get their notebooks to them at school, so I should at least try to hand them over by the end of the day. I should also help out any students struggling to find a club. About branch campus enhancement. Deepening your bonds with the other faculty members can increase the branch campus's enhancement rating. In fact, there are hidden events this very evening that will increase the enhancement rating. So just talk to everybody, right? Branch campus enhancement. Enhance the branch campus's facilities through quests and conversations with faculty members. Ways to enhance dorm bathhouse events, faculty quests. When you've raised the enhancement rating enough, your academy grade will increase the next time you report a quest. You'll get valuable items as a reward for ranking up. Okay, cool. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead, because I've been at this for a little bit now. Let's save, call it a part here, and then pick things up next time. So definitely join me then for The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 3. Bye for now, guys.